Pain relief. Why did he take the lives of his whole family? Imagine a small town where a family's love turns into an unimaginable tragedy. Today, we dive into the heart-wrenching story of the Jansen family from Langley, British Columbia. A tale of chronic pain, unbreakable love, and a desperate act that would shock an entire community. Randy Jansen was just a regular guy, a lumber worker with a passion for music, devoted to his daughter Emily, who battled relentless migraines since childhood. But behind their seemingly normal life, a storm was brewing that would change everything forever. If you're a fan of real-life stories that will leave you speechless, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe our channel. Trust me, this story is one you won't want to miss. The Jansen family appeared deceptively ordinary, a tight-knit clan bound by love and unwavering support. Yet, beneath their seemingly perfect exterior lurked a mystery so profound that it would ultimately fracture their entire existence. Something extraordinary was brewing, something that would transform their lives irrevocably and leave their community utterly stunned. Randy Jansen's life unfolded against the backdrop of Langley, a picturesque British Columbia town where brick storefronts and cozy coffee shops masked deeper, more complex narratives. This small community, often perceived as a tranquil refuge, held stories of hard work, unfulfilled dreams, and hidden tensions that simmered just beneath the surface of everyday life. From childhood, Randy shared an intimate connection with his father, a dedicated worker at the local lumber mill who instilled in him a profound appreciation for woodworking. After graduating high school, Randy followed his father's path, becoming part of the same industrial ecosystem that had defined generations of local families. The lumber mill was more than just a workplace. It was a cultural institution representing economic stability and traditional masculinity. The work was brutally demanding, characterized by endless shifts and backbreaking physical labor. Logging and wood processing required extraordinary endurance, and Randy embodied the quintessential workers who transformed raw timber into valuable resources. Despite the monotony and exhaustion, he found a deep sense of pride in his contributions, understanding that each log he processed was part of a larger economic narrative. While the lumber mill provided structured predictability, music emerged as Randy's emotional sanctuary, a vibrant counterpoint to his disciplined work life. Since childhood, musical expression had been his secret language, a way to articulate feelings too complex for ordinary conversation. His guitar became an extension of his inner world, allowing him to transcend the physical limitations of his daily existence. Local performances became Randy's stage of transformation. At a small Langley bar frequented by hardworking locals, he would metamorphose from a taciturn lumber worker into a passionate musician. On those nights, the constraints of his daily life melted away, replaced by raw, unfiltered artistic expression that revealed the multifaceted nature of his identity. A man caught between industrial rhythms and musical dreams. On stage, Randy underwent a remarkable transformation. His typically reserved demeanor dissolved, replaced by an electrifying presence that mesmerized his audience. Each performance became a profound act of vulnerability, where the quiet lumber worker revealed his true emotional landscape through music. The locals of Langley were captivated, recognizing something genuine and raw in Randy's artistic expression that transcended the mundane rhythms of their small-town existence. It was during one of these transformative performances that Randy's life took an unexpected turn. Laurel, a charismatic bartender 6 years his senior, had been observing him for months. Her keen eyes saw beyond his physical appearance, detecting the depth of passion that simmered beneath his... The lumber mill remained a constant backdrop to Randy's evolving personal narrative. While the physical labor continued to define his days, his inner world was now colored by hope, love, and shared musical aspirations. Langley, once a symbol of limitation, began to feel increasingly constraining. Randy and Laurel dreamed of a future where music was not merely a weekend escape, but a fundamental expression of their shared identity and potential. Their wedding in 1990 was an intimate celebration of their connection. A small gathering of close friends and family witnessed their commitment, the atmosphere infused with musical notes and genuine emotion. Randy's performance for Laurel during the ceremony was more than a musical piece. It was a declaration of love, vulnerability, and shared dreams. Their union represented a perfect harmony of two souls finding completeness in each other. 3 years after their wedding, their daughter Emily arrived instantly becoming the gravitational center of their world. Randy's love for Emily was profound and transformative, a paternal devotion that transcended words. She represented their collective hopes, a living embodiment of their shared dreams and unconditional love. In Emily, Randy and Laurel saw not just a child, but a future filled with infinite possibilities, musical potential, and unbreakable familial bonds. At 8 years old, Emily's vibrant world suddenly shattered. What had once been a life filled with musical promise and boundless energy transformed into a landscape of inexplicable pain. Her remarkable vocal talent, which had previously earned her numerous competition accolades and filled her parents with pride, was now overshadowed by devastating, intense headaches that seemed to emerge from nowhere, threatening to extinguish her dreams. The medical journey began with confusion and desperation. Randy and Laurel navigated a labyrinth of medical consultations. The medications prescribed offered minimal relief, providing only temporary respite from the relentless pain. Emily's personality transformed. The once vibrant, energetic young girl became increasingly withdrawn, her world shrinking to the dimensions of her darkened bedroom. Music, her previous passion and source of joy, became an unattainable memory. Each moment became a battle against an invisible enemy that robbed her of her childhood and dreams. Randy and Laurel's response was a testament to parental love. They explored every conceivable avenue of treatment, traditional medicine, alternative therapies, experimental approaches, refusing to accept their daughter's condition as unchangeable. Their search was fueled by hope, love, and an unbreakable belief that somewhere, somehow, they would find a solution to restore their daughter's quality of life. Emily's struggle became their shared mission, a journey of resilience that would test the limits of their family's strength and unity. Statistical prevalence offered no solace to Randy and Laurel as they witnessed their daughter's gradual transformation. Music, once the heartbeat of their family's emotional landscape, now became a haunting reminder of what Emily had lost. Randy's guitar, which had previously sung with vibrant melodies and familial joy, now hung silently, a poignant symbol of their collective grief and disrupted dreams. The lumber mill remained Randy's physical occupation, but his mental and emotional energy was entirely consumed by Emily's struggle. Each workday became a meditation on survival, hope, and resilience. His once passionate performances at the local bar, which had once been a source of personal expression and community connection, now felt hollow and meaningless. The music that had defined his identity seemed to have been stripped away, replaced by a profound sense of helplessness and quiet determination. Emily's world had been dramatically reduced to the dimensions of her dimly lit bedroom. Light and sound became enemies, transforming her once expansive existence into a carefully managed environment of minimal stimulation. Randy and Laurel became expert navigators of this challenging terrain, adapting their entire lives to support their daughter's complex medical needs. Their home transformed from a place of musical celebration to a carefully orchestrated sanctuary designed to minimize Emily's pain. By her 18th birthday, Emily's resilience emerged as her most remarkable characteristic. Despite increasingly frequent and severe migraine episodes that could last days, she refused to surrender her dreams. Her enrollment in the University of British Columbia's arts program was more than an academic pursuit. It was a defiant statement of hope. Each day became a complex negotiation between her physical limitations and her unyielding ambition to become an opera singer. University life presented Emily with both extraordinary challenges and opportunities for growth. While her peers navigated typical student experiences, Emily developed remarkable adaptive strategies. She attended vocal lessons, studied music theory, art history, and literature with a determination that both inspired and humbled her classmates. Her participation in student events and concerts, though intermittent, demonstrated an extraordinary spirit of persistence that transcended her physical constraints. Behind her seemingly engaged exterior, Emily waged a constant, invisible battle. Missed classes, independent study sessions, and moments of intense physical suffering were carefully concealed beneath her determined facade. Her journey was not just about managing a medical condition, but about redefining success on her own terms. Each small victory, a completed assignment, a moment of musical expression, a brief performance, became a testament to her incredible strength and unwavering spirit. Emily's medical treatment was a delicate balance of pharmaceutical interventions and potential side effects. The powerful medications prescribed to manage her migraines, including triptans, anticonvulsants, and antidepressants, became a double-edged sword. Her bedroom evolved into a protective cocoon, a carefully curated space designed to minimize pain and maximize comfort. During the most severe migraine episodes, Emily would retreat into complete darkness, shielded from external stimuli. Randy and Laurel became expert caregivers, developing an intricate system of support that allowed Emily to navigate her challenging medical landscape with as much dignity and comfort as possible. Despite her physical limitations, Emily's social connections remained a priority. Her friendships became a testament to resilience and compassion. While spontaneous meetings became challenging, her friends adapted, creating new ways to maintain their connection. They would visit her at home, bringing moments of normalcy and joy into her restricted world. Each visit was a carefully orchestrated act of love, respecting her physical constraints while providing crucial emotional support. Emily's spirit remained unbroken. Her determination to reclaim her musical dreams and live a full life burned brightly even in her darkest moments. She refused to be defined by her medical condition, continuously seeking ways to express her creativity, pursue her education, and maintain her sense of self. Each small victory, a moment of pain-free clarity, a successful vocal exercise, and completed artwork became a powerful statement of her indomitable spirit. On May 7, 2015, Randy Jansen's Facebook post would shatter the carefully constructed narrative of their family's struggle. Before the shocking revelation that would follow, he began by celebrating Emily, describing her as the embodiment of perfection. She was talented beyond measure, intellectually brilliant, and possessed a heart of extraordinary kindness. Even in her own moments of profound suffering, Emily consistently demonstrated a remarkable capacity for empathy, always ready to support others, her own challenges notwithstanding. Emily's journey with chronic migraines had been a relentless battle since elementary school, systematically dismantling her dreams and aspirations. The constant, unforgiving pain had transformed her life into an endless cycle of suffering, forcing her to watch from the sidelines as her peers experienced the normalcy she desperately craved. Each day became a testament to her endurance, a silent struggle against a medical condition that showed no mercy, consuming her youth and potential with merciless precision. Randy's entire existence became centered around his daughter's survival. The lumber mill, once his primary identity, now felt like a mere interruption to his true purpose of caring for Emily. Friends observed his transformation, a man completely consumed by love, pain, and an overwhelming sense of helplessness. Every moment not spent working was dedicated to Emily, his world reduced to her suffering and his desperate attempts to provide comfort. The emotional toll of watching Emily's continuous struggle pushed Randy to a psychological breaking point. His conversations with friends revealed a man drowning in grief, unable to reconcile the vibrant daughter he once knew with the shell of a person she had become. The constant medical treatments, the failed therapies, and the unrelenting pain had eroded his hope, leaving behind a profound sense of despair that would ultimately lead to an unthinkable decision. On May 7, 2015, Randy's Facebook post shattered the fragile peace of their community. In a detailed, heart-wrenching confession, he admitted to taking Emily's life, believing it was the only way to free her from her endless suffering. He painted a poetic picture of her liberation, imagining her as an ethereal angel floating above the clouds, her long hair flowing in the wind, finally released from the physical torment that had defined her existence. But Randy's actions didn't stop with Emily. Consumed by a twisted logic of protection and mercy, he also took the life of his wife Laurel, believing she couldn't bear the pain of losing their daughter. Days later, he extended his tragic actions to his sister Shelley. The aftermath was immediate and explosive. Friends and acquaintances, horror-stricken by the Facebook confession, quickly contacted law enforcement. Brian Jones, Randy's closest friend, was among the first to alert the police, his call driven by a mixture of fear, confusion, and a desperate hope that somehow this was not real. As police officers were dispatched to Randy's home, a community was left reeling, struggling to comprehend how a loving father could commit such unthinkable acts in the name of love and mercy. Brian Jones's world shifted dramatically when he read Randy's Facebook post. Initially hoping it was an elaborate, macabre joke, his heart sank when he recognized the distinctive nickname Randy had used since their school days. The familiar signature transformed the text from an unbelievable narrative to a horrifying reality. Panic surged through him. compelling him to act immediately, leaving work early to investigate and desperately trying to contact Randy by phone. The drive to Shelley's house was a blur of mounting anxiety. Each unanswered call intensified Brian's growing sense of dread. When he arrived, the scene spoke volumes of something terribly wrong. A stack of undelivered newspapers lay undisturbed on the porch, a stark deviation from Shelley's renowned reliability. Her old van sat motionless in the driveway, and tightly drawn curtains obscured any view into the house, creating an atmosphere of eerie stillness that sent chills down Brian's spine. Shelley's life had been defined by solitude since her parents' passing. She lived alone, without children, and maintained minimal contact with neighbors. Her sole consistent connection to the outside world was her newspaper delivery route, a responsibility she had always executed with clockwork precision. The untouched newspapers were a glaring anomaly, a silent signal that something was fundamentally amiss. Brian's instincts screamed for action. Multiple attempts to knock on the door yielded nothing. No movement, no sound, just an oppressive silence that seemed to harbor dark secrets. When he contacted the police dispatcher, he learned he wasn't alone in his concern. On May 10th, 3 days after the fire, investigators finally gained access to the devastated structure. The scene revealed a heartbreaking narrative of loss. 19-year-old Emily was discovered in her bedroom, her body carefully wrapped in a sheet. Nearby, her mother Laurel, 50 years old, was found in the kitchen, similarly covered. Forensic evidence suggested both had been fatally shot approximately 10 days before Randy's infamous Facebook post, "Their lives ended in a moment of what he perceived as mercy." Randy's own body was found in a second-floor bedroom, the final act of his desperate plan evident. He had taken his own life with a firearm before igniting the house, the position of his body and the weapon's remains telling a story of profound emotional devastation. The scene spoke of a man pushed beyond his limits, unable to continue witnessing his daughter's suffering, and ultimately choosing a final irreversible solution. At Shelley's house, investigators discovered her body in the living room. Like the others, she had been shot twice in the head and covered with a blanket. Forensic analysis indicated she had died 2 days before her discovery, with no signs of struggle, suggesting she was caught completely unaware by her brother's actions. The methodical nature of the killings revealed a chilling premeditation that defied simple explanation. Emily's medical journey had been a descent into unbearable suffering. In the final year of her life, doctors had been reduced to administering morphine injections to manage her excruciating pain, a last resort that spoke volumes about the severity of her condition. Neighbors recalled seeing her parents supporting her fragile body, helping her walk after hospital visits, a testament to the devastating impact of her chronic migraines. Each step was a battle, each moment a testament to her diminishing strength and her family's unwavering love. A year before the tragic events, Randy Jansen's internal struggle became increasingly apparent. Battling persistent insomnia and overwhelming stress, he sought guidance from the family doctor, revealing the immense emotional burden of watching his daughter's relentless suffering. When the physician suggested sedatives and recommended rest, Randy declined, believing medication was merely a superficial solution to a deeply complex problem that ran far deeper than simple exhaustion. Brian Jones, Randy's closest friend, portrayed him as the epitome of a devoted family man, calm, hardworking, and perpetually ready to support others. To those who knew him, Randy seemed incapable of the unthinkable actions that would later shock their community. Brian emphasized that Randy had never exhibited any inclination towards self-harm or violence, making his eventual breakdown all the more incomprehensible to those closest to him. The neighbors who had known Randy since childhood struggled to reconcile the man they remembered with the person capable of such devastating actions. They described him as inherently kind and gentle, someone who had consistently demonstrated compassion and stability throughout his life. To them, his actions appeared to be the result of an unbearable emotional crucible, a man pushed beyond endurance by the relentless suffering of his beloved daughter. One poignant recollection stood out among the community's memories. A neighbor recalled Randy's heart-wrenching statement that he would no longer have a reason to live if his daughter were to pass away. The irony was devastating. Randy had lived in the house with the bodies of his wife and daughter for 10 days before ultimately taking his own life, a testament to the profound depth of his emotional turmoil. Emily's final social media post revealed a soul of extraordinary resilience. "I complain about the pain, but at least I'm here to feel it. I thank God for the chance to live." she wrote just 4 days before the tragedy. These words painted a portrait of a young woman determined to find meaning and gratitude despite her overwhelming medical challenges. Her social media presence was a testament to her fight to maintain hope and positivity in the face of seemingly insurmountable obstacles. The community remembered Emily as more than just a victim of chronic illness. She was a kind, compassionate young woman who worked tirelessly to maintain her connections with the world. Music remained her passion, and she would sing at the local church whenever her health permitted. Her performances, though increasingly rare as her condition deteriorated, were fondly recalled by Langley residents who witnessed her remarkable spirit. Even as her physical capabilities diminished, Emily's essence remained unchanged. Her commitment to maintaining relationships, her artistic aspirations, and her unwavering positivity defined her more than her illness ever could. She became a symbol of resilience for many in her community, a young woman who refused to be defined by her suffering, instead choosing to celebrate the moments of life she could experience. Emily found solace in simple moments, baking with her mother and sharing treats with neighbors. On her better days, she even helped local children with their homework, demonstrating remarkable resilience despite her ongoing health challenges. Laurel, Emily's devoted mother, tirelessly supported her daughter through every difficult moment, her social media posts revealing the raw emotional journey of their family's struggle. The subsequent revelations exposed a profound narrative of hidden struggles and unspoken pain. The Jansen family story became a somber reminder that behind seemingly stable exteriors, complex emotional landscapes can simmer with unimaginable depth. Their tragedy underscored the critical importance of mental health support, compassionate communication, and recognizing the subtle signs of emotional overwhelm in families facing chronic medical challenges. The story of the Jansen family reveals the devastating impact of chronic illness and unimaginable parental grief. Randy's heartbreaking journey shows how overwhelming pain and helplessness can push a loving parent to make unthinkable choices. This tragic tale reminds us of the critical importance of mental health support, compassionate care, and recognizing when families are struggling under immense emotional pressure. Emily's remarkable spirit of resilience, even in the face of constant suffering, stands as a powerful testament to human strength. If this story touched you, help spread awareness by sharing this post. Leave a comment below about what you've learned, and don't forget to like and subscribe our channel for more incredible real-life stories that reveal the complexity of human emotions. Your support helps us continue sharing these powerful narratives that connect us through our shared human experiences. Stay compassionate, stay understanding, and we'll see you in the next story.